Powerhouse, presented by Alliant Energy.
Alliant Energy, we're on for you.
Welcome back to Powerhouse. All right, we've shown you the heating and the cooling systems, but there are a couple other components in this house that we want to tell you about, and they both have to do with indoor air quality. I've been talking with Jim Rezab, who is a field technical consultant with Lennox. And Jim, you were just telling me about this filtration system in the home. First, tell me why indoor air quality is important, and then we'll move on to explaining the specifics of this
well,
system.
the main reason now is just our health from our family. New houses these days are so tight that any pollutants generated in the home stay in the home. We've got outgassing from carpet, we've got finishes on woodwork, we've got cleaning material under our bathroom sinks. That all gets in our home, and we need to get it out of the house.
Right, and the first step is to modify your filtration system or put in an upgraded filtration system. You know, this doesn't look like my 1-inch filter that I have in my furnace
No,
at
it
home.
isn't, and that 1-inch filter won't do what this can do too.
Tell us about what this can do.
Okay, actually we have a number of items in this whole case here, but the first thing here is our MERV 9 filter. It'll filter out particles about 10 times smaller than your typical 1-inch filter you have in your house. And in fact, it'll filter out some mold and viruses also.
Wow. Now, how does this work? What are the other components that are here
Okay, we
in
have a
this
few other
casing?
components. If I can slide this out, maybe you can see them. And here we have some UVA lights. They activate this titanium coated material here, and when that gets activated, that also does away with your odors, tobacco smoke. It just completely destroys them.
So it just totally cleans the air then?
Yes, it does. It filters, and it'll also do away with the odors also.
Well, it sounds to me like logically every home should have this, but I'm sure that there's a price tag attached to it.
Oh, sure there is. It's a typical installation. Of course, it depends upon if you're doing a retrofit or a new construction, would be around $1,500.
Okay. And is this something that I can add to an existing system as well?
Oh, sure. Just a little bit of some ductwork modification, and that could be done.
Okay. Well, let's put this monster filter back in here. Is this something that needs to be changed or checked monthly like a traditional filter?
I would change it at least seasonally, twice a year. Depending on your lifestyle, it may have to be done a little more often.
Okay. Or at least check it at that time. Great. Well, it works just like a regular filter. Now, you were also telling me about the economizer.
Sure.
And that's something that I've never heard of before.
And I'm sure most folks haven't.
So explain to us how that works.
Okay, maybe if we open the door up, we might get a little bit better insight what we've got going on here. In here we have 2 sets of dampers that control the return air back to your furnace. This one here is your return air duct that brings air back into the house to your furnace. This damper over here actually goes to the outside air. So if conditions are right in the spring and fall, instead of starting your compressor to cool off your house, we're bringing cool outside air to cool that. That's kind of why the term economizer, it economizes your cooling.
Okay, well, you know, in the old days, we just opened up a window. Why is that not a good idea?
Well, because when you open up that window, you're bringing in mold spores, dust, and who knows what else, when we can just filter it without opening your windows.
Is this something that I can add on to a current system?
Once again, it's going to take some ductwork modification because a typical home doesn't have any ductwork going to the outside.
Right, it takes a little space.
Sure.
And how does that affect the cost then?
That could run about $1,200, but once again, that depends upon what you have to do to install it too.
And I would imagine too, for extreme health cases and all of that, these are great things to look into.
Oh, great, yes.
Good, good. Well, this is good to know, always good to know how we can take care of our family and keep our air clean. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Don't go away, we'll be back with more Powerhouse.